Aloha everyone, I'm Susan Nutowitz with Let'sFeelExcellent.com or the YouTube channel by the same name. Wishing you an excellent day. So what I want to talk about in this blog is something that people ask me about a lot, and that's what food should I eat? And the diet coaching. So as many of you know, I am not pro diet. I do not mentor people on certain diets. And I don't even really believe that you should just be ironclad set into a certain diet, a certain exercise program for the rest of your life. Your body and your mind work together and they are dynamic. You are trillions of dynamic, changing cells in a changing world, in a changing environment. So I think it's great. I really honor the commitment of the people that do stay on a lifestyle for a long, long time. I really do honor that, especially the mono eaters. It's more of a spiritual kind of practice. You know, that people just only eat one thing at a time, or the fruitarians that only eat fruit. You know, it's really honorable, but not necessarily for everyone. And when I coach people, I'm looking at what are your goals, what kind of lifestyle do you want totally, and what kinds of things would be challenges for you. And we're looking at a complete picture. Remember the 5 pinnacle system and your North Star. It's your North Star. It doesn't mean that it's anybody else's North Star. So those pinnacles are unique to you. And the food you fuel your body with is unique to you. There are certain things that I would not recommend for anyone, and we'll talk specifically about those things in future blogs, like alcohol and Twinkies and processed food, and there's certain things that I wouldn't recommend for anybody. But you know, basically, if you tell me you're not going to eat raw fruits and vegetables only, then we have to work with that. And we have to develop a plan that's going to work for you. Now, in the raw food movement, in the raw food community, there's going to be people that frown on this. And that's okay with me. That's totally okay with me, because I notice that those people are hostile, even if they are for animal rights. Those people are not for peace. And they have an imbalance, an irritation, an imbalance inside of themselves, which doesn't really fit with peace at all. So that, to me, is just as unhealthy mentally and physically as Twinkies. It's the same to me. The vibration is the same. So I want to work with people with what works for them, honestly. One thing that I hear a lot when people come to me, and they do ask me about their health, because we're working on their tissues and it's, you know, it's right in front of their face that, you know, okay, why is this happening? Well, you know, one thing you can do is eat food that's more conducive for you. I don't know how many people I've got off of Advil and those aspirin kind things, NSAIDs of any kind, Gatorade, all these things that we think are like nothing. Cheese, alcohol, meat all the time, 3 times a day. It's not necessary. So, but what I often hear from people is it's more of a social challenge. Food is very social, and we are very social creatures. And this is more of a state management thing, where the foods that we choose are for more emotional reasons. And I don't mean always binging and overeating. A lot of times I hear, you know, I'm fine on my own. I eat healthy, whatever that definition is for that person. And we usually can look at it and clean it up a bit, and then they feel even more healthy. But what I notice is they say, but when I get with the congregation, when I get to my meeting, when I get in my social group, when I'm with my family situations, that is when and they say they eat so much. Well, there's ways around that, and what you could do is eat fruits and vegetables predominantly in their raw state, if you can do it, mostly fruits and vegetables on your own. And you want it to be, if you can, really fruits and vegetables. So you're constantly cleaning. You have a good water source. And, maybe some herbs. But I work specifically on that, whatever that lesser debris diet is, that we don't really want to call it a cleanse or a fast, but that is your home base. And then you do something that Sage Robbins brought in, and you zag. You zig most of the time, and you zag. And so when you are with these functions, or, the great thing about zagging is you do it whenever you want to. So once a week or once a month or whatever it is for you, you break the ice. You get out of your shell and you just go and you be happy with the people you are. And you let yourself have as much as you want. You don't limit yourself. You go to Costco, if Costco samples or Sam's samples are your thing, you go and you hang out and you make friends with all the people, or you don't talk to them, or whatever you want to do. And you spend, 3 hours there. I don't care what. You do whatever you want. If this is your cheesecake week, you get the whole thing from, what is that, Cheesecake Factory? I don't know. And then if you want to eat the whole thing, you eat the whole thing. If you want to eat only one slice and throw the rest of it away, you do whatever you want. This is for you. You do it without guilt, without restrictions. And if there's people in your face about it, you move away from them. Now, I don't do this. And this is why. I used to enjoy a cup of coffee even, was a great zag for me. And so some of my clients and friends will ask me, they'll say, well, what are your treats? And the reason I don't do this, and the reason I don't zag anymore, because it's not a treat, it's a punishment. So when you can feel those foods and feel why they're not recommended as health foods, and they're not actually fueling your body, and the excitotoxins are going, and you can't get anything done because you're so distracted. And you're just feeling so sick or so tired the next day, or your back is so sore from it, maybe then you'll change. But some people don't feel it. And so the Zag method works for a lot of people. It doesn't work for me, and the whole reason why I am so passionate about health is because, good food works for me. Good food really works for me, and I love it. Anybody that's around me, at first there's this little pause, and they're like, you're just really into health, So I guess I'm a rare breed. But I've also done plenty of zagging in my life, and I don't really need to anymore. So that is one way around it. I've got more ways than China has tea for you to fuel your body the way you want to, and feel the way you want to in your life, and produce the excellent life that you want to produce. But again, this is selfish. This is for you. Your excellent life is, it's defined the way you want it to be defined. Okay? So this is selfish. And that's all I'm going to say about it. If this video, if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and share it with anybody that you know that struggles over this, because you know a lot of people secretly have their food demons. Even if they don't eat, some people deprive themselves of their fuel for their body. Some people just can't really fuel their body. They just can't seem to get that done. It's not so easy sometimes. One of the most common questions that people have when they want to make a healthy lifestyle change is, what do I eat? Yeah. So it can really help somebody out by sharing it. Please do. Thank you so much, and I'm wishing you an excellent day. I'm Susan Nutowitz with Let'sFeelExcellent.com. Aloha.